Madam Chair, that was the arrangement under this logistics provider.
Whose proposal? Who's behind this proposal?
Based on the records, Madam Chair, this was the former admin strand that pursued this arrangement of having a centralized logistics
So
provider.
it's USEC for admin? Sino ang proponent? I mean, of course, is it Secretary Briones or somebody else?
This was procured under the time of Secretary Briones, Madam Chair, but the USEC for admin back then was former Undersecretary Pasqua. Former Undersecretary Pasqua, ma'am.
Yeah, is USEC Pasqua here, Madam Chair?
May we know if the committee has invited Yusek Pasqua and if he's around? Former Yusek.
Okay.
I think the committee has invited, but he's not around.
Okay. But moving forward, Madam Chair, sa pananaw nung DepEd, the current officials that took over, ano ang naging problema sa design na ito?
If I may respond in this manner, Madam Chair, the DepEd has already undertaken termination proceedings.
Yeah,
of that
my
contract.
question, Yusek Omar, is ano ang naging problema sa pananaw nyo? Why did the plan fail?
Yes, ma'am. The arrangement turned out to be very inefficient, and the supplier, for its own reasons, was unable to pull out all the goods from the logistics company was unable to retrieve all the goods from that several suppliers. Not only that, they were also unable to fully deliver to the schools the items that they already pulled into their warehouses. They also were able to deliver some goods to their regional warehouses, pero doon na po natigil, Madam Chair. So,
Okay, so you have a supplier, let's say supplier A. Ngayon siya yung nanalo. Saan niya i-deliver? Sa warehouse or kukunin ba dun sa bodega niya or tindahan niya?
it's the latter, Madam Chair. The arrangement was that the supplier, for instance, furnitures, would notify and coordinate with DepEd and the logistics company to pull out the goods from its warehouse, after which it will undergo some tagging, and
Then
before...
who is accountable and who is responsible? Kunyari, ito yung mga school furnitures, nandiyan na siya, ito yung supplier. Ngayon, binago ang sistema, merong kukuha. By the time na kinuha niya, who has responsibility over the goods paid by taxpayers' money?
Yes, ma'am. The responsibility, in my opinion, would fall upon the supplier, the logistics company already.
Not in your opinion, based on the records of DepEd.
It would be the logistics company already, Madam Chair.
It's already the logistics
having
company.
responsibility until they deliver it to the school.
So, ibig sabihin, pag binid, in-award ng DepEd, nalilipat ngayon yung accountability dun sa logistics company. Do we get that?
Yes, Madam Chair, without prejudice to the warranty provisions that are embedded in our
Next
procurement
question.
contracts.
Was the system broken? Yung proseso ba before 2021, maayos ba o may mga problema? Yung dating mga procurement ng DepEd, let's say during the time of Brother Armin or Secretary Briones assumed office in 2016. So may problema ba yung sistema from 2016 onwards or wala?
Madam Chair, I was not around, but Yusek Sevilla may shed some light on the matter.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, during the term of Secretary Liling Briones in 2016, we had problems on the deliveries as well. So the idea of having a centralized logistics system was proposed during her term. And
Before Sec Lining, during the time of Sec Brother Armin Luistro, may problema ba sa delivery or wala?
I am not in that during that term, ma'am. I'm not yet there. But I just want to add that maybe the reason why this logistics system did not work during the term of the previous secretary is because COVID also happened at that time, and there was a big problem in logistics as well.
Yeah,
So-
but Yusek Sevilla, with due courtesy, Madam Chair, COVID happened in 2020. It actually started in 2019, December, and it was full-blown in 2020. And this is a 2021 procurement. Gumagalaw na tayo nun.
Madam Chair, we're just checking. I think it was started in 2019. Conceptualization started in 2018, actually. Issuance of the policy 2019 and the procurement in between 2019 to 2020. So talaga pong nasabay din during the COVID time.
Yeah, so Madam Chair, can we look into this, no? Kasi ang planning is 2018. If planning was 2018, wala pang COVID nun. Because COVID erupted not in the Philippines yet during that time, in December of 2019. Pero plinano na yung ganitong sistema. And if we move backward, meron bang mali during the previous years or wala? Kasi ang point of view namin dun sa baba, sa grounds, mas naging epektibo dati eh. Bumibili ang DepEd, yung supplier magdi-deliver hanggang sa school. Pag kunyari, ninakaw, binagyo, nawala, ang accountability nasa kanya. Parang ang nangyari dito, yung mga supplier, parang sinalba mo na, o sige, magbenta kayo sa DepEd. Pero yung accountability dun sa maghahakot. Eh kung yung naghakot, hindi yan inalagaan, what will happen? Magtutulakan. So pag nagtulakan sila at nagturuan, ay hindi ko kasalanan. Sira na yan nung binigay nung supplier. Ang sasabihin naman ng supplier, hindi, maayos yan. Pero sinira nyo nung hinakwat nyo at dun sa bodega, maraming nangyari. In other words, DepEd created a system, a process, where accountability cannot be pinpointed directly. At ang kawawa dyan, ang kaluluoy din ha, yung mga estudyante. Kasi ang nangyari, hindi dumating yung mga furnitures, equipments. And again, we go back. Kung importante to sa pag-aaral ng estudyante, unang-una, why do we have to fix something that is not broken?
Yep. If I may, Madam Chair, the policy to unbundle the procurement from the logistics is contained in a department order issued in 2021, DO number 48, 2021. If I may, with the indulgence of the committee, Madam Chair, read an excerpt from this. The Executive Committee, during its January 11, 2019 meeting, agreed to adopt the DepEd Integrated Logistics Management System. System was presented as a measure intended to enhance efficiency in the movement, storage, and delivery of procured goods. The idea is to provide logistical solution systems and processes starting from the hauling of the goods from the supplier through tagging, warehousing, and culminating with the delivery and distribution of the procured items to the DepEd-determined delivery sites. So, Madam Chair.
Yeah. Okay. So, going back, can we have, Madam Chair, can we request for a copy of that department order?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Oo. And then, babalik tayo. Why fix something that is not broken? And then, Madam Chair, my next question is, how much of this has already been distributed? So yung 2021 na procurement, so it's 1.8 for school furnitures. How much for the learning tools and equipment?
Madam Chair, we have the following funding or the budget data for the learning tools and equipment. 2021, 2.7 billion. 2022, 2.7 billion. 2023, 2.8 billion. And for 2024, 3.9 billion. Madam Chair.
So 2023 is 2.8 billion, not 3.9
Yes,
as early.
ma'am.
Okay.
Madam Chair, we're correcting it now.
Ano pa yung hinahandle ng centralized logistics nyo? Aside from furnitures, learning tools, and equipment, ano pa?
Back then, when this policy was enforced, computers, furnitures, learning tools and equipment, textbooks, science and math equipment, anything else? the tech VOC items, Madam Chair.
So roughly, can we say that it's around 7 billion worth of equipments on an annual basis ang hinahandle?
Madam Chair, may I answer on that? Because the fund or the data that I gave is a total budget, but not all of the budget are procured, or not all are underwent to the logistic arrangement. Some were downloaded to the regions and division for their own use. Some are also downloaded for program support fund. So probably.
So maybe Yusek Sevilla, you can give us a copy of that, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay. Do we have a ballpark figure of the approximate cost of equipments, goods, furnitures, computers, textbooks handled by Transpac? If you can give us that. Okay.
We are on it, Madam Chair. We'll provide the information in a short while.
Okay. And yeah, yeah, maybe I'm hearing also requests from colleagues if we can have a copy of the department order. So this system was conceptualized in 2018, implemented in 2021. Tama?
Who will answer?
Plinano 2018, na-implement 2021. Tama? And until what year?
When was this implemented?
2021, Madam Chair. 2021.
Subsequent years, wala na. 2022, 2023, 2022,
Yes, Madam Chair.
still implemented.
No more, Madam Chair. Upon the assumption of the new administration, the policy was amended already. So because it was a department order mandating that DepEd had to go through the centralized logistics arrangement. But under the next
So
administration,
sa DepEd order in 2021 was revoked.
Yes.
And where did the budget go?
Tatanong ka pa kung sa pumunta.
Yusek Sevilla, can you? Okay, Yusek.
yes, ma'am. DepEd has revised the policy, so now it's back to bundled. The supplier that
In other words, kung ano yung ginagawa ng DepEd before,
Yes, ma'am.
na binago nung nakaraan, ibinalik natin sa kung ano siya.
yes, Madam Chair.
Now my question is, for 2021, because we spent 3, maybe approximately 5 billion for furnitures, computers, textbooks, learning tools and equipment, science and math equipment, it can even be more. What happened to the goods?
At the same time, sa 19.
Yes, ma'am. The goods have already been pulled out. Almost all of the goods have been
When?
pulled out. Starting December last year until January.
Wait. So from 2021, na-pull out siya December 2023 up to January of 2024.
Yes, ma'am. Just to be clear, the supplier was able to deliver some items directly to the schools, but it was a minority of the whole contract.
And they had a budget for that or wala na? Parang pinilit na lang sila, o sige mag-deliver kayo kasi hindi naka-deliver yung Transpac.
The supplier was unable to deliver a majority of the goods. So by 2023, DepEd delegated the pull out and delivery of the goods to the regional offices, Madam Chair.
You did a pull out where? In which warehouses? Sa Transpac or private warehouses, private suppliers?
The pull out done by the DepEd field offices were from the Transpac warehouses, Madam Chair. So
Nabayaran ba yung Transpac? Hindi.
not for everything, Madam Chair. Because the Transpac arrangement is a framework agreement, whereby there are different call-offs. So meron pong logistics, may warehousing, may tagging.
How much is the total amount being paid to Transpac?
Iba may contract yan.
The total amount paid to Transpac, based on this, our records, ma'am, is 57,682,693.50.
Sorry, come again. How much?
57.6 million, Madam Chair. The whole contract with Transpac was actually 575 million, but DepEd only released 57 million
That 10%.
because they were unable to meet the threshold for payments for the logistics part, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
They needed to deliver a certain percentage.
Okay. So we go back, no? 2021 na deliver. 2023 December, that's almost 2 years. Nag-start ng pull out and delivery. My next question is, ano yung status nung, kunyari, textbook yan, computer yan. Pag dineliver mo after 2 years, sinimulan mong i-deliver, ano nang hitsura nun? Parang sasakyan niya, di ba? Pag hindi ginagamit, nasisira na yan. Yeah, so that's actually loss of money on the part of the government. On top of that, the year that should have been used. Kasi ako sa distrito namin, ang daming classroom na nasira, nabagyuhan. Sana nagamit yon ng mga estudyante. Why did it take too long for DepEd to act on this? Bakit 2 taon?
Ma'am, from what I understand, there were a lot of negotiations undertaken by the previous, by the succeeding administration with the supplier. But
Sorry, because of?
ma'am, there were negotiations on how to expedite, because the contract was already in force when we assumed in 2022. So there were negotiations and it dragged on. So it led us to a point that DepEd Central Office filed a case for replevin against the supplier.
When was this?
December 2023, Madam Chair.
Okay. So nangyari siya 2021 under Secretary Briones. When the Vice President assumed office as Secretary of Department of Education, nagkaroon ng negotiation. So the negotiation started in July of 2022. Tama?
I am not specifically
Okay,
aware,
more
Madam
or
Chair.
less the new secretary assumed July of
Yes,
2022.
yes, Madam
Okay.
Chair.
Now, between that date up to December of 2023, why is it that it took you 1.5 years to start the distribution? Because even if there are negotiations, pasensya na, Tagalogin natin ha, maski merong pag-uusap na maayos yung pag-distribute, it's already 1.5 years and it's now 2 years. The problem there is, you have computers, you have textbooks, you have furnitures, you have learning tools and equipment. Yung 2 taon na yon, ang dami na sanang bata ang naka-utilize yun. Added to that, meron bang mga damage dito? Added to that, who paid for the warehouses? Kasi minsan, pag nag-stagnate sa ganitong problema, ang nagiging, I'm boiling down, Madam Chair, to the fact that this should not be repeated. Minsan kasi sayang na ang daming ina-allocate na budget ng Kongreso. Hindi naman namin pera yan pera ng taong bayan yan. But then, the sense of urgency, because at the end of the day, our usual goal will be paano ito magagamit ni Juan at ni Maria de la Cruz. How can we make it faster and answerable sa mga tao? So kung bumili tayo ng billions na computers, textbooks, science and math equipment, furnitures, pero nakatenga naman sa kung saan saang warehouse, is it not a violation of our oath as government employees and officials? Kung nag-assume ng June 2022, 2021 pa, more than 1 year na, Bakit hindi na lang tinerminate? Or kung hindi naman tinerminate, kasi meron pang mga kontrata, nakita nyo namang less than 10% yung na-deliver nila, yung ibang procurement, yung ibang procured items, ba't hindi na lang dinistribute? Kasi andudong kasi yung, imagine you have 7 to 10 billion worth of educational materials, including computers, textbooks, and furnitures, na sana nagamit sa baba.
Madam Chair, as early as December 2022, the admin strand of the department already conducted an inspection of the warehouses of Transpac. So, the department was really taking action and negotiating with the supplier for the immediate release of the goods, which were stuck in the warehouses when the next administration assumed. But because
Question lang, no? So, yung Transpac nagka-problema na. Were these the only warehouses or being utilized? O yung supplier? Kasi ang iniisip ko niyan, kunyari, ito si Transpac, meron silang warehouse, dineliver doon, o kinuha nila sa mga supplier, pinul doon. Napuno yung kasi hindi nila ma-distribute. That was what I am getting from your answers. So, nagkaroon ng bright idea na yung hindi naman sirang sistema ay Phoenix. Nagkaroon ng centralized na logistics, centralized warehousing. Itong mga nananalo, kinukuha at sinicentralize. Pero ito, si Transpac, hindi niya na-distribute sa baba. So magkaka-bottleneck yan. Of course, meron pa diyang ibang mga suppliers. Nasaan yung mga biniling item ng DepEd? Nasa ibang warehouses. Right?
yes, Madam Chair.
And so what happened to that?
Some of the suppliers whose goods were ready for pickup by Transpac were also not picked up by Transpac. And
how long did it stay with them? I mean, Madam Chair, just to clarify, I am not siding with any supplier. But I also believe that as a government entity, hindi rin maganda napapahirapan natin yung mga suppliers na parang hindi na sila kikita, malulugi pa sila, because what happens with that system is you end up with rotten suppliers. Yung mga totoo, magagaling at mga legitimate companies ayaw nang pumasok ng gobyerno kasi isipin nila magbibid sila tapos yung mga computers, school furnitures masisira. Added to that, nakatambak sa warehouse na rinirent nila. So that's added cost. In other words, the system makes it difficult for legitimate suppliers to transact with the Department of Education. And then we will end up with suppliers who are not really that legitimate. Pero tanggalin pa natin yan. Sino ang mas kawawa? Yung mga estudyante na nakanganga, naghihintay nung kanilang mga gamit. So that's the biggest point, Madam Chair. Because when we allocate budget, the President, the members of Congress, even the DepEd officials and the executive, ang tapang-tapang nating mag-announce, andyan yung ating mga school furnitures, we have textbooks, ready-ready ang mga kailangan nyo. Pero yung totoo, we cannot walk the talk because somewhere along the way, there is a problem and nobody seems to really push for a solution. So can we have an estimate of how much has been lost? And when we say how much has been lost, kunyari, bumili tayo ng mga school furnitures, computers at mga libro. Ang worth niyan ay 10 billion. Hindi nagamit, nasayang. When we compute the loss on the part of the general public, hindi lang yung amount yung loss of opportunity for these important educational tools to be used by our students. Yung socio-economic and educational impact can also be computed. So, Madam Chair, I believe it's very important for the Oversight Committee to put in systems and processes where the executive is answerable to the general public in cases like this. Nangyari lang kasi iba ang sistema ng Pilipinas. But if you look at other countries, they have regular oversight meetings so that the secretary will report, oh, etong buwan na to, ito na ang nangyari. Etong buwan na to, hindi sila nakadeliver. Then, ipo-pull out na namin. Etong buwan na to, nakarating na. Ito, 2 years, Madam Chair. If DepEd will just tell us, we can, contact private sector and voluntarily pull out those educational materials and deliver to our constituents. Nagbayanihan na lang sana tayo. So, these are things, Madam Chair, that we are urging the Department of Education not to be repeated. And if you are saying, Yusek Omar, na meron din sa mga private warehouses, hanggang ngayon ba merong...
Yes. I am advised, Madam Chair, that all the goods from the private suppliers' warehouses have been pulled out already. What we have remaining, which is also now subject of a logistics procurement, is the remainder of the Transpac goods that a minute percentage, Madam Chair, that is now subject of procurement.
I'm not sure if this is it's coming from an naka-live ba tayo, Madam Chair? Okay, that I'm getting an anonymous text, but of course I don't know if this can be validated. I'm getting information that there are warehouses in Davao, Cebu, and Las Piñas na puno pa rin daw ng gamit. Davao and Cebu started to pull out, but Las Piñas daw na mga warehouses, marami pang gamit. And these are items from DepEd suppliers that are still there na hindi dinidistribute. Kasi kung gusto nyo, kami na lang maghahakot. Pero syempre, dun naman sa mga constituents namin.
Yep. Madam Chair, we rely on data from operations and we'd like to refer the matter to Yusek Rev. C. Escobedo.
Yusek
Madam
Escobedo,
Chair,
you're recognized.
yes, based on the discussion, yung Transpac, they subcontracted 15 regional warehouses across the regions, and when we issued partial termination against Transpac Logistics, the regional offices hold those regional warehouses beginning December 2023 and ended on January 2024. So 1 year po kami nag-haul ng mga gamit like the science and math equipment, the DCP packages and some textbooks, and including TVL equipment in 15 regional warehouses. However, meron pang natira na 2 warehouses in Carmona, Cavite na Transpac din yon. And in those warehouses are DCP packages and textbooks sa Carmona, Cavite. And another one, and aside from that, we still have school furnitures in 5 different suppliers. And as you have mentioned, in Las Piñas, there is in Bulacan and Valenzuela, Madam Chair. And we are processing this under the current administration. We are instructed to hold this, and in fact, we have a negotiation with the to borrow some logistic from other government agencies just to hold these school furnitures from.
So, Madam
Yusek,
Chair,
can we just
it's
interject,
2020.
quickly?
Okay.
You're saying Transpac is the one yung kinontract natin, but may subcontractor pa
Yung sa warehouse.
sa warehouse?
Yeah, sa warehouse.
So meaning, si Transpac nag-hire ng subcontractor
Sa warehouse,
for the
regional,
warehouse.
lease.
Nag-lease
Lease,
dun sa regional level.
Yes,
But it is the obligation of Transpac to deliver pa rin. So
Yes.
nag-rent lang sila ng warehouse. And you're saying that part of these items are yung textbook?
Yes. Yes,
textbooks.
textbooks,
Lahat yata, Madam
DCP
Chair.
packages.
Lahat.
Medyo na dun ko gusto ko lang pick upin yung textbook. Ibig sabihin for 2 years yung textbook nasa warehouse.
3 years, Madam
3 years.
Chair.
All
At the
those,
warehouse?
because we procured textbooks in 2020, 2021.
So all
And-
of those that you procured nasa warehouse pa ngayon.
Wala na. Yung mga delivered to regional warehouses,
Delivered na.
Delivered na po
Pero yung
sa schools.
sinasabi nyong nasa warehouse, Carmona
Ng Carmona,
warehouse, may name.
natin
Around
pa ho.
mga ilang textbooks kaya yun, Yusek?
For textbooks, we still have this from different titles. 1,252,961 textbooks.